Good morning, everyone. I want to first off say thank you to everyone for taking time out of your day to come join Tim and I. Tim is one of our reps over at Equitable, and he's going to be diving in, talking about the Denali. It's a great accumulation product that's got a built-in rider, free rider. So he's going to be diving in, talking a little bit about that, talking a little bit about the Barclays Atlas, I'm sure, and the performance that that has the capability of doing. And he'll just do a little overview, a couple case studies, looking at, we've had the Teton out for quite some time, and now the Denali roll out, and a lot of people wonder what's the best product for what situation. So he's going to do a couple case studies with us as well, so we can kind of see those two side by side. So really appreciate you taking time out of your day. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura Johnson. I've been with IMES, if you add it all up, about 13 years now. Did about 8 years on the admin side on new business, and then I've been on the sales team now for just over 5 years. So anytime you need help with an annuity case or have questions about anything, feel free to give me a call. If I don't know the answer, I know where to find it. So, with that, I'm going to go through some intro slides. I'll try and make this pretty brief. I know all your time is valuable as well, and then I'll hand it over to Tim and let him kind of go from there. So, first thing I'm going to talk about today is for those of you who maybe just joined IMES or are considering joining IMES, this would be something that would apply to you. We have what we call a new producer bonus. What it is essentially when you move your contract or come over to IMES and start writing business, the production you write with us is going to qualify you for maybe some marketing assistance. So with this program, you've got 6 months to qualify. So from the date you got contracted with IMES, you'll have 6 months. As you can see, we got 5 different tiers of different marketing stuff to give away. So let's just say you write $500,000 of fixed index annuity production. Essentially, that could get you a Ritz-Carlton travel rewards package or pay for, a mailing for a seminar, along with one-on-one coaching. You want to do a billboard ad. Essentially, that level of business could qualify you to get that, or create you a new website. You go to 750,000. We could pay for up to 8 recorded radio shows for you. Get you $4,500 for, digital leads. Pay for a couple different seminars. So there's some really great opportunities. Again, the the goal with this is to partner with you off those first pieces of business you do with IMES to help you build your business. This is supposed to be a mutually beneficial relationship, meaning that we're not just asking for your business, but we're looking to grow your business. If we help you grow your business, then we're growing ours as well, and that makes it mutually beneficial. So, if you're curious where you stand, um, give your marketer at IMES a call. They can let you know. Once you cash this out, though, we'll talk about another program you move into. A couple things I'm going to mention that come up all the time. Number one, this won't count for controlled business, so family business, your business on yourself will not qualify you for this. Also, if you're writing any MIGA business, fixed business, that counts as half the credits. As you all know, commission's not so pretty on MIGAs as it is on the index side. So unfortunately, that does count for half. So just a couple things I like to remind people of. So once you're done with your new producer bonus, you've cashed that out, we move you into a marketing reimbursement program. The way this program works is essentially all the business you're writing here at IMES is going to count for dollars toward marketing. So for index annuities, every 100,000 equals $100 of marketing. If you write 100,000 of single premium life, we've really seen an uptick in people looking at single premium life, that wealth transfer. 100,000 of that premium in that would count for $200. And then every 10,000 of life target premium would be $200. So you're just accruing, marketing dollars, accounting keeps totals of it. Then when you do have marketing expenses pop up, you pay for them, you send us a receipt, and we reimburse you for half of that cost. Why I say half of that cost is we truly believe that if an agent has a little skin in their game as far as marketing goes, they're much more, likely to put forth 110% on that marketing. If you're getting free marketing, it's easier to maybe sometimes not take it as seriously or maybe, not do it to the fullest. So we do reimburse 50/50. So we're matching you 50/50 on all your marketing expenses until that counts as depleted. We also have a referred producer program. So with this, you get $50 when you refer an agent over to IMES. You get $100 when they write their first piece of business, and then you earn, as you can see, like for index annuity is 20 basis points override on all their business. You can see the breakdown there for MIGA and single premium life and such as well. I'll just say I've got an agent who referred me someone. That agent went out and wrote $1 million in like the last month, maybe, and she's getting a check for a couple grand this month because of that referral. So, good way for you not to have to take on the responsibility of a hierarchy, but still be able to get some kickback. And it's just a way for us to say thank you for the referral. They're important in your business, they're important in ours as well. So, if you've got someone in mind, you're happy with the services your marketer at IMES is giving you, and you have someone in mind, shoot that name over to your marketer and we'll get them set up under you as a referral. Here at IMES, as part of our name insurance agency marketing service, we're not looking to be the biggest FMO out there. We're looking to be number one when it comes to service. That means answering the phone every time you call. If you've called IMES, you know that you get a live person every time you call. That's never going to change. A lot of new employees come in and say, hey, why don't we have voicemail? Wrong question to ask. That will never change. That is something that Steve and Charles and embedded into what our value here at IMES is to our agents. If you ask our top 100 agents what they're not, one of the top things they appreciate about IMES, they're going to tell you that we answer the phone every time. The key with that is that if you're calling for me and I'm going to be on a conference call for 2 hours, who knows, or out of the office for a doctor's appointment, you got someone else who can help get you what you need when you need it. Um, we've got also a great back office support. Amber does a phenomenal team. Submission to commission support is what we call it. From the time you're submitting that business till the time you're getting paid your commission, her and her team are going to be scrubbing those apps, following up on that business, chasing down transfers. On the life side, you need help chasing down medical records or scheduling your parameds, things like that. Those are all things that we try and take off your plate. If we can do that stuff for you, that keeps you in the field doing what you do best. On the marketing side, doing all your case design, making sure you got all the forms you need, current forms, making sure you're compliant on your training, things like that. And we are insurance bay for contracting, so we do have a paperless contracting. Easy way to add carriers anytime you got a case we're working on. Once we've got you in the system, it's really easy. Hey, Laura, I need to add Athene. Hey, Laura, I need to add Equitable. Things like that. We can get those added, hopefully without you having to do any more paperwork. I will mention there are a few carriers out there that do have separate contracting links that we have to go through, and they are not insurance based. So there's just a handful of those, but other than that, majority of them aren't. We're really excited to announce that we do now have an active Firelight system on our website. We'll look at our website here in a minute, but great way if you're not familiar with Firelight. It's kind of the industry known e-app system, especially on the annuity side. Some life carriers are on there as well, but more so annuity. But through our website now, you have Firelight access for annuities. You've got iGo eApp for the life side, and we've got Connect for Medicare for the Medicare side. So essentially, all the business you're writing on life, annuity, and Medicare can be done online with a single sign-on to our website. You're not going to have to go out to Equitable's website or Athene or AIG's. You can go straight to IMES's website and be able to complete that application. The nice thing about doing it there as well is as we all transition to this virtual life, sometimes you get stuck and you can't figure out what you're missing or what part you forgot to fill out or why it's not going through. When you're doing it on our website, Amber and her team can actually have access to see where you are in the process and be able to kind of coach you through that if you get stuck. Once you do submit it on our website, it actually comes to our office. Then our team can scrub it, make sure it's in good order, and submit it onto the home office for you. I will show you here all the carriers we've got on Firelight so far. Majority of the carriers are out there and on Firelight. Couple of them working to get added on. One I get asked about a lot. A lot of people have been doing some fixed business with Upstream and Ocean View. Both those carriers are working diligently with Firelight to get on this system. So hopefully to see more and more carriers added to this. But again, great way to have one username and password to have to deal with, be able to do it all on our website. If you're not familiar with our creative team, Sean, Jacob, Ryan, Chance, Russell, doing a great job for our advisors over on the creative marketing side. We have a full service creative department that can do anything from, maybe you're new to the business and you need a logo design, or you need to order business cards and have those designed for you. Maybe you're a Medicare agent looking to get the news out that you do more than just Medicare, want to do a newsletter to your whole database, or maybe a drip email campaign, social media marketing, digital marketing. We can do all of that here in house. If you were to go out and get a freelancer to do one of those tasks for you, it's going to cost you close to $1,000 for a newsletter. Being able to do it here internally, either use your marketing dollars, or like I always tell tell my agents, these services aren't free, but there's no cost if you're doing business with IMES. So essentially those marketing dollars can help cover the cost, or if you're doing enough business here, those are things we want to do for our agents. So really a nice way to have access to some nice graphic design, website tech people, social media specialists, people who specialize in those areas, and be able to do it for a very fraction of the cost you would out anywhere else. Mentioned our website, as you can see on the screen, it's www.imesinc.com. There's a lot of great tools. We're actually doing an overhaul on the website right now, so adding a few new things. But you can do term quotes, annuity quotes. You have access to annuity rate watch out there. We've got under the support tab our sales resource library, full of a ton of materials for you. There's sales ideas in there, fact finders, calculators, client presentations, things like that. So that's under the support tab. I know we recently put our marketing corner up there. So keeping you up to date what's going on out in the industry right now. So some really great tools out there. If you haven't gone out to our website, go out there. You can register. Once you register, you will have to go to your email, verify your email, then you should be able to have access to the website. If you want to do a quick go through the tutorial kind of the website, give your marketer at IMES a call, schedule a time with them. It take 10, 15 minutes, and they can show you kind of where everything's at out there. All right, with that, like I mentioned, we do have Tim with Equitable. I would try and say his last name, but I would butcher it, so we'll let him tell you his last name. But we really appreciate Tim taking time out of his day today. Like I said, he's going to talk about the Denali and just kind of mention kind of where SILAC, aka Equitable, is going, and kind of where they're headed and what we can expect to see out of them in the coming months. So Tim, with that, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura. Yes, this is Tim Swoboda. Don't feel bad about butchering that name. It happens all the time. No, I am Tim Swoboda, external wholesaler with Equitable. And today I am very excited to be joining Laura and talking about Denali with Equitable. So before we get started, I would like to kind of go over just a few quick things. And moreover, Equitable's history, because I feel it's really important to know. Yeah, we are an up and coming. We're a fantastic carrier to work with, but you kind of really need to look at our history and how we really got to this point. So in 1935, that's when we were founded. We are actually Utah's oldest active life insurance company. All right, pretty impressive. But if you fast forward a lot of years, and in 2017, this is where the pivot point, what I call the pivot point, happened. We were acquired by SILAC, and we changed our focus. We said, look, we're going to do something completely new that Equitable has never seen before, and we're going to focus our future on asset accumulation products. And that very next year, guess what we did? We launched the Secure Savings and Secure Savings Elite MYGA. And one of the key words that we like to always tell our partners, our agents, everybody is we want to be a consistent player. And with that consistency, we maintained a 4% interest rate for over 11 months. All right, incredible story. But it didn't stop there. In 2019, we launched our Teton, amazing FIA. We're going to talk a little bit about that in a case study later on. And we were upgraded to B+ by AM Best. And in 2020, the train did not stop, and it's still moving strong. We had the Atlas Index, and we launched this awesome Denali indexed annuity, which we're going to talk about today, that has a no-fee income rider and wellness benefit. And if you look at a lot of ratings, and especially if you pay attention to Wink, we are actually ranked one of the top 10 FIA companies for independent agents. So a very impressive story. Now, what I want to bring to everybody's attention, and if my screen operates here, is rebranding. So we are rebranding. Now, let's go over this real quick because I don't want to spend a lot of time on it. We are rebranding. Our name is going to be changed to Silac. All right. What does that stand for? Absolutely nothing. All right. It is Silac. That is going to be our new company name. There has been a lot of brand confusion in our industry. So there's a lot of Equas out there. There's another Equitable out there. We said, hey, let's stop the madness. Let's change our name. Our products are unique. Our products are strong. We need to come up with a unique name. So we changed our name. That is it. It is simply a name change and a logo change. So we are not changing anything with our products. We're not changing anything with our level option budgeting. We are not changing staff, nothing. It is simply just a name change, all right? So that's going to take effect actually pretty soon here. Our new website portal is going to be launched on 11/1. So get ready for that. Silac is coming, and we're going to continue to move strong. This is really unique. So this is actually Q2 of 2020. Check this out, all right? So if you're not writing Equitable, this should be a reason why you should be writing Equitable. We have 5 products that are in the top 10 for the independent agent channel, all right? And I'm sure Denali will be on this list next year. But for the FIAs, we have the Teton Bonus 14 and the Teton Bonus 10. And look at those MIGAs, all right? We have 3 of the top 10 MIGAs out there. So again, a very strong and very competitive player. And I want to bring this to everybody's attention as well. We have received 2 upgrades, all right, so far by AM Best. We had a really good review again this year, and we're really hoping for another upgrade. Yes, we are B+ rated, but if you look at our financials, they are extremely strong, okay? 98% of our bonds are in NAIC 1 and NAIC 2. So if you want more information about our financials, we do publish that on our website, and it is there for you to view. So let's get started. I don't know if you can hear the music over on your side, but this video always kind of gives me chills to kind of set the stage here. And I really want to talk about one thing, and that is income products, all right? Because we do things a little bit differently. So when we look at a typical income product, all right, you see that dotted line? That's oftentimes, and that is your client's income account value. But is that money real, right? Does it lead to confusion when you talk to your clients about what their real money is versus this income account? And how does it get there? And why does my account value seem to look a lot lower? Is it because of maybe fees? Is it because this product is not designed for accumulation? It's strictly focused on what we call, quote unquote, that golden handcuff of this income account value. So we said, look, you know, income products are great. We're not saying they're bad. They're fantastic. But in order to do something and stand out, we wanted to make an income product that was different, that didn't have this lopsided effect between the account value and income account value. So we asked that question. If we could, can we design something that we can show clients that would be different but yet extremely attractive? So we said, look, let's put all of our ideas in a hat. So we sat down and we said, look, this is what we want. We want to keep our commissions very competitive. We want a strong premium bonus. If a client or an agent wants to show a strong premium bonus, we want to maintain those industry-leading caps, and we want to add to our product lineup a lifetime withdrawal. But instead of having 2 accounts, this is key, we wanted to keep the simplicity of 1 account to show that the benefit is real all the time. And again, that bottom point, no charge. So no fee, no charge for this benefit. So when we started designing this, we said, yep, we can do that. We can do a strong premium bonus. We got industry-leading caps, lifetime withdrawals, 1 account, and again, no charge for our income rider. So how about that? We did just that, and we were ecstatic. So we said, look, we can do this. We developed a product that is very clean and simple. It is laser focused on retirement income, and it provides very competitive income. And we're going to do that on a consistent basis by providing consistent rates and returns, especially upon renewals. So we did that. We did that with Denali. Let's talk about the basics here, all right? Denali 7 and 7 bonus. This is amazing. So when you look for an income rider product, how many of you can find an income rider product that goes up to age 90? Probably not a lot. There's very few, if any. But guess what? Denali is one, all right? Denali has an income rider that goes up to max age 90. And on our 14-year product, yes, it maxes out at age 80. And our beautiful Denali 10 and Denali 10 bonus has a max issue age of age 85. Now, pay attention to that additional premiums. Yes, we do allow for additional premiums in the first 12 months. How about that? All right. Yes, it goes into the account value. Because of the simplicity of the one account, guess what? That goes to the client's income, right? When the payout percentage is applied. So that's a really cool feature. All right. And our max premium is $1 million. So if there are any big hitters out there that say I got clients well over $1 million all day long, well, awesome. We can take those cases. All you have to do is submit a large premium case form. I can tell you I submitted 6 of them just this morning. We are not shy about it. Okay, just submit that form. It's on our website, and we will let you know what is needed to accept those large cases. Let's take a look at our rates. All right, so if you're still not awake, these rates will make you get awake real quick. On Denali, all right, this is the non-bonus product. Check these rates out. Oh my gosh, I mean, on a 14-year product, 3.25 on the fixed rate, even on the 7, 2.5. All right, but look at the annual point-to-point with cap, 6.75, 5.25 on the 7. All right, and look at Atlas. Atlas is our proprietary index. It truly can be at the right place at the right time. It is an incredible story that looks at not only historical data, but trending data across the globe, all right? But 105% par rate, 140 on Denali 14. And we have something very special with Boost. So on Atlas, we have what's called a Boost strategy. And on the 7, 10, and 14, it is available. And how that Boost strategy works is, let's say the client goes into the 14-year product, all right? And Atlas was up 6%, guess what your clients will get? 6 plus 2 is 8, right? 8% with the Boost strategy. An incredible story. So, I mean, if you want to see the real strength of Atlas, I would strongly encourage you to go to our website, check that out on our illustration software. It performs amazing. Now, let's look at the bonus. There is one thing I want everybody to pay attention to is, yes, we do have an age-banded bonus. All right, so on the 14-year product, 0 to 70 is 10%. Yes, that is a 10% premium bonus all up front. But 71 to 80, it drops down to 5%. You're going to see those age bands on the top of your screen. But even though we applied this strong bonus, these caps, I mean, are still incredible. I mean, 2% on a 5% 7-year contract, on a 5% bonus 7-year contract, that is strong, all right? And even look at Atlas down there. 75, 95, 105% par rate on a product that could provide a 10% bonus. So again, we really wanted to make sure that we could capture not only the retirement play, but the accumulation play with our industry-leading caps and rates. And I think we nailed it with Denali. So a lot of you might be saying, all right, Tim, that's way too good to be true. All right, what's the magic? How did you make this happen? Well, again, it all comes down to the basics of the product. This is a single engine product. When I started this webinar, we showed you a typical income product that had 2 engines. And when you have 2 engines, one has to work against something, right? Well, in this product, we have one engine that drives everything. We removed a lot of unnecessary drag in the product to really boost the benefits, all right? And one thing I want, and I said this before, and I'm going to say it again, we do what's called level option budgeting, which allows us to really provide those consistent rates, not only at issue, but upon renewal as well. We are very proud of our renewal rates. We are very transparent about our renewal rates, and we do publish them on our website. So if you haven't seen them, check them out. I think you'll be very impressed by what our renewals are doing. But more importantly, one of the big things that we looked at is, instead of applying a fee for this income rider, we developed something unique. And this is a unique bonus recovery structure. But I don't want you to shy away, because this only applies if the client, again, the client leaves early or the client takes an excess withdrawal. So it is client driven, okay? It is up to the client if they're going to have this bonus recovery structure applied to them by taking one of those two things. Let's take a look at how this works, because I want to make sure we have a crystal clear understanding on this. So in this example, we showed a 7-year product and the client put in $100,000. At the end of the year 3, the account value grew to 115, let's say. All right. But the client wanted to have a full withdrawal at the beginning of year 4. Now remember, these are contracts. These are annuity contracts. We expected that client to be in for 7 years. Yes, there's going to be a penalty applied if they leave early. So let's take a look at how this bonus recovery structure really works. So we do have a withdrawal charge. The withdrawal charge only applies to the premium, the money the client brought to the table. All right. And in that year, all right, it was 10%. So 10% of the premium of $100,000 was $10,000. The bonus recovery, that only applies to the interest earned on the contract or the bonus applied. So any money the client didn't bring to the table, there's going to be a recovery. So in this example, 85% of the $15,000 would be recovered, which would be $12,750. The end result, if the client did a full withdrawal beginning of year 4, the client would walk away with $92,250. All right. So again, that is how the bonus recovery works. The bonus recovery applies to any money the client didn't bring to the table, and the withdrawal charge is simply the money the client brought to the table. Now you might be thinking, well, wow, that's a double hit. I'm going to show you it's really in line with what our industry sees. We just kind of made it unique in the way that it works. Here are those early withdrawal penalties, all right, for the 7, 10, and 14. They are on, again, our website, and I'm going to show you where a real fast link to get to that information is. And here are the early withdrawal penalties for the bonus chassis, all right? But let's take a look and really kind of understand an account value comparison, and then also later a cash value comparison to really show you how Denali works. So in this chart, what you're going to see is this green line, all right, is Denali bonus. Take a look at that launch angle, all right? That is the power of Denali's strong caps and rates, all right? That thing just takes off, okay? So Denali really does focus on a higher account value throughout the contract, better than our Teton series, and certainly better than most of those FIAs with a guaranteed lifetime withdrawal benefit that contains fees, as you see on that gray line below, all right? But let's take a look at our cash value comparison. Now remember, that's where that bonus recovery comes in. Well, yes, you are going to have a lower cash surrender value if you compared it to Teton, but are we selling cash surrender value or the potential to grow clients' assets with a no-fee income rider? So yeah, we do have that lower cash surrender value, but this gap that you see between that blue line and the green line, that's what we call our power gap. That's how we're able to provide a no-fee income rider and stronger caps and rates for Denali. But better yet, when we compare it to a traditional guaranteed lifetime income product that has a fee, look at that. It's right in line. So really, we are playing ball with all the major products out there, and we just kind of, tweaked the benefit to provide a no-fee income rider to our clients. So let's talk about lifetime withdrawals. Yes, we do have competitive lifetime withdrawals. All of our benefits are real in Denali all the time because it's based upon the account value. There's not an income value. Everything is driven off of the account value. And because of that, there are no restrictions. There's no maximum roll-up term. There's no benefit cap, nothing, okay? We do have a 1-year waiting period, however. So that means if a client wants to turn on income, they have to wait at least 1 year before they can turn on income. And oh my gosh, step up. I don't want to forget step up, but step up can actually happen. How many times have we heard about step up in our industry? And you're like, what is step up? I've never seen that happen. Well, with Denali, step up can happen because of the simplicity of the single account driving this product. And don't forget, all without no fee. There is zero charge for this income rider and wellness benefit with Denali. So this is going to be very simple. I wish all math was this, just this simple. When we're doing lifetime withdrawal, it is the account value times the withdrawal percentage or payout percentage. That's it. All right. Very, very simple, very, very clean. Let's take a look at some of these payout percentages. All right. So this is on Denali. All right. So at age 60 on a single, it'd be 4.5%. 70 would be 5.5%. Now, it does go up by 10 basis points each year. So if somebody was 61 and it was a single payout, guess what? It would be 4.6%. Okay? Once you turn on income, that payout percentage is locked in. So it does not increase after income is turned on. It is locked in at that payout percentage when income is turned on. Again, we do allow for joint income as well. The beauty of our joint income is the contract does not have to be set up in any particular way to have joint income. That can be decided later on when the client elects income. So that is another beautiful thing about Denali. All right. Let's take a look at Denali bonus. Yes, it is slightly lower because we are offering that bonus. So at age 60, it's 4. At age 70, it's 5%. And again, it goes up by 10 basis points each year until income is elected. So at age 61, the payout percentage for a single payout would be 4.1%. Pretty simple, all right? And again, there is joint income available on Denali bonus as well. Now, one thing that is an added benefit to Denali is our wellness withdrawal benefit. This is something I think is incredible we were able to add to this product. So it goes by if a person cannot perform 2 out of the 6 activities of daily living, the lifetime withdrawal can be increased for a maximum of 5 years. So if it's a single payout, you're going to double, what you're receiving. And if it's joint, it's going to be 1.5 times. Again, this is strictly ADL driven. It is not long-term care insurance. It cannot be sold as long-term care insurance, but it can certainly help pay for care. What are those ADLs? All right, I think of the 6 ADLs as a bed contract, BEDCTT, bathing, eating, dressing, continence, toileting, transferring. Those are your ADLs. That's how this benefit is triggered, by the inability to perform 2 out of 6 ADLs. I'm sorry, we get asked all the time about cognitive impairment. That does not trigger this benefit. It is strictly ADL driven. Let's talk a little bit about liquidity though, all right? So we do allow for free withdrawals, all right? RMDs are available immediately, and we have a 5% free withdrawal that's available after the first contract year, okay? This product does not have cumulative withdrawals. So if many of you are familiar with Teton, this product does not have cumulative withdrawals. It is 5% free after the first contract year. We do have some annuitization options as well. So on the 7 and 10 year chassis, it's a 5x5. So after the 5th year, you can annuitize for a minimum of a 5-year period certain. And on the 14, it is a 10x5. But we also have additional liquidity benefits. All right. So on top of our wellness benefit, on top of our annuitization options, on top of our free withdrawals, we have a home health care waiver, nursing home waiver, and also a terminal illness waiver that goes all the way up to the max issue age of the product. How cool is that? So really, it is extremely a liquid product with very competitive rates that can really perform well and provide income to clients. Now, you're going to see here in just a minute how this can be a wealth transfer tool as well because of these strong caps and rates. So it is full account value at death. We always, on all of our products, we have spousal continuation available. And guess what? The premium bonus is included as the death benefit if that bonus option is purchased. So again, you're going to see how that wealth transfer tool works in just a minute. Here are the approvals. All right, so we are currently in 35 states for the Denali 7 and 7 bonus. We are working extremely hard to grow the number of state approvals as we currently speak. The Denali 10 has 35 state approvals, and the Denali 14 is trailing just a little. But if your state is not shown there, don't worry. We are working extremely hard with getting these products approved. It just hasn't happened yet. So we are still working on that. But So kind of keep us in mind, but we are working extremely hard to get that approved. All right, so now I talked a lot, so let's really get down to the meat and potatoes of Denali. All right, we're going to look at some case studies, and I think this is really going to draw some attention to Denali. The first one I want to look at is just a simple lifetime withdrawal. All right, so we have a Denali 14. We're putting $100,000 in. The client is 60 years old. And we're going to defer income for 10 years. Pretty typical illustration, but we want to make things fair. We want to show 80% in the S&P monthly point to point and 20% in the Atlas. All right. So, we could show Atlas all day long and it would, perform phenomenal, but we want to keep things kind of fair. All right. And really show you the power of our strong caps and rates on these products. So we put $100,000 in. You'll notice that our annual effective rate in this illustration is 8.16%. You're like, what is that? Right? Well, that is simply just the average, the historical average of returns over a 10-year period. That's pretty strong. Is that real? Absolutely. How is that real? Because of our strong caps and rates. Okay? A lot of people say, hey, you're showing this awesome benefit, but how is that possible? It's possible because of those large caps, those par rates that can be applied if the market hits. All right? So if you look at this, 10 years go by, right? Our account value grew from 100 to 219. Remember, it's a single engine contract, so that account value is our driver. The payout percentage is applied because the client's going to turn on income. Boom, client's going to get $12,000. That's locked in. But you'll notice that there is the wellness benefit still. So if the client couldn't perform 2 to 6 ADLs, again, that income would double. This is a single payout illustration, so that income would go from $12,000 to $24,000 for a maximum of 5 years. But the story gets better. Look at what happened. All right, we had a year where our account value actually grew because of our awesome interest credits, right, with our competitive and industry-leading caps and rates. So our account value grew to 243. Guess what? Step up happened. All right. Step up happened. So instead of the client receiving $12,000, the client is now getting $13,000, almost $13,400. It happens automatically. So the client is seeing increasing income and also an account value that could be growing but not diminishing as fast as some other income products. Because take a look at this. At year 90 or year 30, age 90, the client still has an account value of almost $328,000. Remember, we put in $100,000. We were drawing income off of this thing, and we withdrew almost $294,000. So really, when you think about it, Denali in this example took $100,000 and turned it into $621,000. That is a story, all right? That is incredible. Can other products do that? So I want to encourage everybody, when you're looking at an income product, take a look at Denali, because not having that fee and that single engine can truly help with a growing account value, a growing income. But I mean, it's just an incredible story to be showing clients. So let's take a look at case study number 2. Yes, we do allow for you to start and stop income. So we're going to show that. We're going to show you what that looks like. So again, we did the same exact illustration as before, but this time we tweaked it. We're going to defer income for 5 years, okay? And then we're going to stop income and then start income again, all right? Let's take a look at how this did. So again, we put in $100,000. We still have that awesome 8.16% annual effective rate. Boom, $100,000 goes in. It grew to $155. We started income, just like I said. So the client's going to get almost $7,800, right? By the time the income stopped because of step up, okay, step up happened in that short period of time, the client's getting $8,000. All right, not bad. So we stopped income. All right, guess what happens when you stop taking withdrawals from a contract? It could grow, right? Now, even though the payout percentage is locked in from the original start date, our account value grew. And because it grew, guess what? When we started income again, our income increased as well, all right? So now the client's receiving $13,000. when we restarted income because of that growing account value. Our account value at age 90, 365. So again, we put in $100,000. We withdrew almost $264,000. Our account value is still 365. So that means we effectively took $100,000 of premium and turned it into almost $630,000. I mean, if you're not awake yet, I mean, man, I'm excited just talking about this. This is phenomenal. So let's take a look at case study 3. Now, this could be a real client, right? So we're going to show RMDs. So we're going to say, Tim, let's see if we can, really break this product. Well, we're going to try. So we took RMDs and lifetime withdrawals. Again, we showed the same exact product as before, but we're going to start taking withdrawals and then turn on income at age 76. Let's see how it worked. Again, 100,000 goes in. We have that awesome annual effective rate, but we started RMDs at age 72, right? Clients taking out $8,800. Clients taking out RMDs, but when income is turned on, even though we were taking withdrawals again, because of those strong caps and rates, 287 is our account value. Boom, client turned on income, they're receiving $17,000. I mean, that is a story to tell. I mean, when you can show clients taking withdrawals and still a growing account value and still an extremely strong annual income, that is awesome. We still have an account value at age 90 at 338. Now remember, because we took RMDs and withdrawals, we withdrew almost $315,000. All right. So in this example, we took $100,000 and essentially turned it into $653,000. All right. That is a story right there. So again, if you have clients that are looking at repositioning some qualified money, take a look at Denali, because I think it could certainly help them, not only from an RMD standpoint, but from a growing account value and also future lifetime income later on in life. All right, so let's take a look at our last case study here. We get asked this all the time. Tim, you have Teton, which is an awesome product, right, that has a cumulative withdrawal feature, but you have Denali. So is one better than the other? Well, no, there's really no right or wrong answer to that. And I wouldn't say one's better than the other. It comes down to what the client's looking for, right? So we had this case come by. Mr. Jones, he's age 60. He has $500,000. The key is with this client, and like many of you are probably seeing, they want to accumulate assets without risking losing any money, right? But Mr. Jones wants to also have the ability to have liquidity needs for him, but also a lifetime income. So we said, well, do we have a product like that? Well, we don't have one product, but we have two. So in this example, we said, we're going to use both of them. We're going to split the $500,000 and put $250,000 in Teton because of its awesome cumulative withdrawal feature. And then we're going to put $250,000 in Denali because it has lifetime withdrawals, a wellness benefit, and has higher account values, all without a fee. Let's take a look at how this did. So in year 5, 371. The Teton grew to 371. Guess what? We have, that was year 7. Or year 6, I got mixed up there. So year 6, it grew to 371. We have a 30% free withdrawal. Why? Because if the client doesn't take a withdrawal from Teton, it rolls up to the next year. So 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, right? So Mr. Jones could essentially withdraw $111,000 from Teton using that cumulative withdrawal feature. But take a look at Denali, all right? At year 5, he could have turned on income, would have received $19,000. Year 10, almost $30,000. But take it out all the way to age 80, $77,000. I mean, so this is an incredible story and an incredible case design because it really kind of, wanted to bring it to your attention and kind of think outside the box for these larger cases by splitting it up, because both of these products together can really work awesome for addressing a liquidity need that the client may have, but also addressing lifetime income with extremely competitive accumulation on both products. All right. So we do have a microsite for Denali, take a screenshot of this. I would encourage everybody to visit it. It has some really awesome material. So if you want to just get consumer brochure, some basics on Denali, click on that link, go there. It has pre-approved ads, everything on there regarding Denali. If you need to get specific information, we would ask you to go back to your agent portal, log in, and everything is on our agent portal. So with that, I think I got us back on track and it ended just a few minutes early, but I'd like to open the floor up and see if we have any questions on what we talked about today.
Tim, I know one thing I've been asked a lot lately in regards to Denali is on state approvals when we may have some new states that are opening up. I know Carrie mentioned there may be some coming, but I didn't know if we had a better time frame.
Yeah, unfortunately at this time, I do not have any time frames on additional states. But as soon as we get those time frames, we can get back to you, Laura, on that.
Perfect. Let's see. Yeah, that's it. Someone just asked when it was going to be approved in California, and we again, we'll get to you, Bo. We'll get you that information as soon as we have that available to us as well. Other than that, I really don't have any other questions that have been typed in. I will tell everyone who's on the meeting today, my assistant Alex will be emailing each of you following the webinar with current rate sheet with Equitable and the information on Denali and the Barclays Atlas and stuff. But if you do have any case design or want to run a case by someone, feel free to give myself a call, your marketer at IAMS a call. We're all well versed on the product, would be happy to get that out to you. But with that, I don't really have any, I don't see any other. Oh, here's one more. Someone asked if you could describe the Barclays Atlas a little bit more.
Yeah, no, great question. So the Barclays Atlas 5 is what we call a global index because it has 11 key components. All right. So instead of just looking at the S&P 500, it looks at the S&P 500, the Nasdaq 100, the Eurozone, the German Stock Exchange, Japan, and emerging markets. All right. Those are some of the components, but unlike in Barclays Atlas 5 is a vol control strategy. So unlike most vol controls where it shifts into cash, when you put $1 underneath your pillow at night and you wake up the next day, is it still $1? Yeah. Okay, well, we don't have that cash component in there. We have a bond component. So we're truly squeezing that lemon for all the juice it has. And some of the bonds that we look at is the 10-year U.S. Treasury, the 5-year, the German 10-year and 5-year, and also the Japan 10-year. So with that, Barclays does what we call an optimal blend. So it runs all these different strategies and figures out, based upon a risk-reward scenario, where the most reward is without violating that 5% volatility measure. And it looks at not only historical data, but trending data. So history tells a great story, but for history to repeat itself exactly is probably not going to happen. So it uses that historical data plus trends in the market to allocate in all those different components that I mentioned earlier. And it says, hey, we need to be allocated in this way because this is just the bottom of the mountain, so we can take advantage of all that growth opportunity. And when that trend starts to decline, guess what? It's going to move around. And the key advantage to Barclays Atlas 5 strategy, it has the ability to rebalance daily if needed. So that is a true benefit of the Barclays strategy. So again, it is a global component. We like to say it's an index that is going to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, and with that, I know there's always been an example I've heard, Carrie say a couple times, but I mean, we all think about this lovely pandemic that's been kind of overhanging our heads. But even if we think about it as, and this is how I think of it, being the fact that it is able to be managed on a daily basis, we think about when Corona started over in China, the Atlas was 100% vested here in the US. Our economy was where it needed to be. But as it shifted and came to the US, they were able to pull some out of the US and be able to reallocate some to the emerging markets. So being the fact that they can do that on a daily basis is a real benefit because I mean the S&P is reallocated on a quarterly basis. You look at a lot of these vol control indexes that are with all these top carriers, and a lot of them are done on a monthly basis. So the fact that they can react to things that are happening on a daily basis, as soon as someone comes out with a vaccine, you can bet that that's going to be reallocated to where that generated from. So it really is nice that it is on a daily basis, because that really can benefit as far as growth goes in the index. I got
Yeah,
one.
absolutely.
What is the lowest amount that can be put in? It is a $10,000 minimum on all these products. So $10,000 qualified or non-qualified would get you into the Denali, the Teton, or the Secure Savings.
Yep. And I'm going to add to that just real quick, Laura. So it is a $10,000 minimum. For additional premium, it is 2,000.
Yes. And you can add premium for just the first 12 months, just so everyone is aware of that as well.
Yes.
Uh,
So if you are adding premium, don't wait till the 11th hour. It is a hard cutoff on that 12-month mark. So again, if you're going to be doing a transfer or a 1035 into this product as additional premium, make sure you give us plenty of time to request that money, and that money so that other financial institution can send that over.
Perfect. And one thing I do run into once in a while, and I'll just let everyone know in case you are adding additional premium, Equitable does have an additional premium form that needs to be completed. It's not just as easy as sending in a check. It really just re-highlights the financials. So you send that along with transfer paperwork and replacement. So I know we've had a couple agents send in a check, and then we got to go back and get the form. So something to keep in mind, that
Yeah,
form can be found on their website as well.
and Laura, I want to mention one thing, because we are seeing a lot of cases come over from replacements where clients are moving from an income rider that has a fee to Denali. This is a big thing in order for these cases to go through our new business process smoothly. Is if you are replacing a contract, make sure you submit the most current statement of the annuity you're replacing. Make sure you can get an illustration, if there is one available, that indicates what the income would be at the time that the client would turn on income, along with the Denali illustration. And this is key, a cover letter from the client. All right. It only takes, another minute or two to write this up, but the cover letter is going to help it go through new business, stating why the client wants to do this replacement. They understand what the benefits they are foregoing from their existing contract and why they want to move forward. Sign, dated, send it in. That is going to help out new business tremendously and prevent you from having to go back to the client and get that.
One other thing I will mention, and that really is nice about Equitable, is they do have a pre-qualification form as well. So if you got a case that's kind of questionable, you're not sure if it's going to go through, it's as easy as completing. It's a pretty abbreviated suitability form that is just signed by the agent. So you can take down the client's information, you can send it over to me, maybe with a letter of explanation, current statement. They're really quick turnarounds on that, usually within 24 hours, sometimes up to 48 hours. We can get an answer whether they're going to be able to take that case or not. Number one, that's nice because we didn't have to get signatures from the client and then go back and find a new product. But number two, it's going to help it go through suitability a lot faster. Instead of then coming back and asking those questions, we can send that approval email along with the pre-qualification stuff we sent, and it'll slide through suitability a lot quicker. So if you do have a questionable case, I work directly with Equitable all the time on these cases. Reach out to me. I'll love to get you out that form. We can get that into them and at least get an idea of if they're going to be able to take the case or not. Again, that is subject to suitability, full suitability, but at least as far as replacing, like he said, something with an old income rider, or maybe we're coming out of a VA, maybe we can't quite beat the income, but it's close and we're eliminating all the fees. Being able to put that stuff in front of suitability ahead of time, we can have an idea if that case is going to go through. Well, with that, I don't see that any other questions came in. Tim, we really appreciate you taking time out of your day. For all of you who joined, I appreciate you taking time out of your day to come join us. We try and do a webinar once a month with Equitable. So maybe next month we'll be looking more into the Teton, or maybe some different case studies and stuff. So again, we really appreciate the partnership with Equitable. Appreciate all of you out in the field. And if there's anything we can do, don't hesitate to give us a call. Have a great Thursday.
Awesome. Thank you, Laura.
Have a good day.